What's up, creeps? I'm Exorcist.
And I'm Boo.
And we are Scurred.
No,
Actually, we're not.
Not even a little bit.
Not even this tiny much. And why is that?
We've got a list of reasons.
We do have a long list of reasons. Actually, this is probably going to be one of our shorter videos because the content here is so bad. Getting heartburn just thinking about reviewing this film. So let's jump into it. What movie are we talking about?
We're talking about Restoration. It's a movie that came out in 2016. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. I don't know why it came out at all. I mean, if I were the director who is...
Zach Ward, if you ever watch this, I love you, man, but not your best work.
Not sorry. If I was the director, he's also one of the main characters in the movie, but if I got through it and I watched it and I saw what I saw, I'd have been like, burn it.
Wait, just
start it on fire, bury it under the power line.
Don't release this to the public.
Don't do it, man. But he did it anyway. So
and good on him for trying to make a movie. I appreciate you, but not your best work again.
Yeah, so we actually picked this up on one of the free streaming services, either IMDb or Tubi. It was one of the two.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was IMDb.
Which is where you find a lot of, B and even C, which this is like F, horror movies. The plot actually sounded really freaking interesting.
We were very, very excited to watch this movie.
That's right. Okay? It sounded good.
We're like, it's free. It sounds amazing. Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna read the plot summary to you guys.
Yes,
okay?
Please do. Give us what excited us the most.
And I don't even think this is the original one I read either. During home renovations, a young couple release a fiery spirit seeking retribution. Excuse my dyslexia. To save themselves and set the spirit free, they must uncover the dire truth, but nothing is as simple as it seems. Again, not the original one I read. Sounds really good.
It sounds like you're going to be thinking and you're going to be guessing.
You're like, ooh, murder mystery maybe?
Yeah, something horrible happened in this house and when they're restoring everything, all hell
find
breaks
out
loose.
Exactly right. And, the plot talks about, I think the original one I read was like they found this in the wall and they released something terrible and awful and they want to get to the bottom of what happened. Not what happened.
No.
Okay? Not even a little bit. I mean, okay. I'm going to try not to spoil too much.
It.
I don't recommend you watch this movie, so if I do spoil it, I'm sorry.
Save somebody a couple hours.
For real. And maybe some money.
Yeah.
But
no links on this one, folks. It's not doing it. Actually, we've come up with a brand new icon. We were thinking maybe this is kind of a paranormal film, but then we just decided this is a poop film. Icon. Icon?
Just hands?
Brand new icon. Just thanks to this movie.
Okay. I'm going to try to remain calm. I've talked about this several times with him. You can ask. I'm not going to remain calm.
It's been a 2-week conversation.
2 weeks. 2
weeks.
Okay. The plot of the movie sounded just absolutely amazing. I was very, very excited. They talk about how they find a teddy bear inside the wall.
Kind of creepy.
And, if I found a teddy bear in my wall, I'd be like, okay, something sketchy happened here. I want to know how it got in the wall. Just saying. I'm assuming that later on, I think I know what happened.
That actually kind of happened to our house, but we'll tell you about that another time.
We'll do a story time.
Okay.
But, they find a teddy bear in the wall. The teddy bear has a diary in it. And the wife ends up reading the diary, obviously, and the husband, I don't even really remember exactly what happened. I do remember what happened. I remember what happened. Okay. Don't worry.
Uh-huh.
He ended up in the hospital with some pretty serious injuries. I mean, he I think they were probably third-degree burns on his arms, the shape of hands. Like a little hand, too. Not like a big old hand. Like, little hand.
Yeah.
Like, smaller than my hand.
Yeah, up to this point, they've seen some paranormal stuff, and he saw something, the wife saw stuff, but they weren't really communicating it
Right,
until this.
Right, and everybody just is like, your husband's psychotic, and they get in the car one day, and she's like, I believe you. I believe you about the girl. I read her diary. I don't know why I didn't tell you. Something bad happened to her.
And then we have to mix in the neighbors. And the neighbors, obviously
ruined this movie.
Yeah, well, and at the very beginning, you're like, the neighbors that act like your best friends and just randomly show up at your house are always the bad guy killers, whatever they are. They're bad.
Literally a scene where the wife wakes up to a smell, goes downstairs and sees her neighbor cooking breakfast in her kitchen, and the husbands are just sitting there chilling like nothing.
Red flag.
Yeah, what?
For real.
It's like 7 a.m.
Right.
And she's making sausage.
You don't cook sausage in another woman's kitchen. Everybody knows that.
Especially not for her husband. God. Anyway.
Yeah, best scares in this thing. There wasn't a good scare in this.
I think the one good scare was literally the little ghost girl grabbing onto his arms because there was a scream, and that.
Yeah, loud noise. I mean, everything in this movie was done once or 100 times, and every other horror movie ever. It was very predictable. You knew exactly when it was coming. Every time, and I can't think that there were good scares in this at all.
I also believe, I read a lot of reviews coming into this after the movie because I was like, there's no way that I'm the only person who believes this. But I did read a lot of reviews, and I completely agree. They tried to fit every concept in this one movie. Like, we had little demon ghost girl, murder mystery, like people go missing. And then we've got out of nowhere, like this cult.
Yeah.
And sacrifice, like.
And weird masks. And, one thing I saw was 76% of people on Google liked this movie. And
can we just know what's wrong with your brain?
They've been like waterboarding themselves in a toilet or something. What's wrong with you? IMDb gave it a 4.1
out of 10.
Out of 10, and
I don't even give it that. Like 1, maybe.
I give it poop. Our new icon, poop, is the best I can do for this movie. I was really, really excited to go into this movie. There's been a few movies where it's like we find something in the attic. We need to do a review on that. We find something in the attic, or we find something in the wall, and we want to know what its origin is. And, we end up finding out just like this crazy, bizarre thing. And so many movies pulled it off, and this one was just not one of them. You'd think that going into the movie, maybe something weird was going on in the house, and then he decided to tear down the wall and he found a teddy bear. But we just jumped right into it. Like, probably 2 minutes into the movie, we see the teddy bear already. We already found what's in the wall, and that was kind of where I was like, okay, it's kind of soon. We really jumped into that. But, I had hope, and I carried out hope through the movie until the end. I really was hoping that it was going to get better, and it didn't. Ending approval?
I don't have any approval for this movie.
Slight ending twist. Yay.
Completely different topic.
Completely different, yeah. We ended up somewhere we didn't figure we would.
And even with, our categorizing, we've got the paranormal, we've got so many different things, and this movie started out as a really great movie, and it was paranormal. We were super excited to jump into it, and by the end, it was something completely different. It wasn't like you could watch the first half of the movie and the second half, and it could be 2 different movies.
Mm-hmm. It was poop. Say it is poop.
Yeah.
All right, let's overall. Ain't Scurred.
No, not. Like minus that one part where it was like a scream, like blood curdling scream, and this guy's sitting on the floor with burn marks in his arm. That was like the only part that actually scared me.
Our scale doesn't go into negative territory, but if it did, poop. Would you recommend this movie?
I was gonna say something kind of mean, but no, I wouldn't recommend this movie unless you're looking for poop.
Listen, if you're my worst enemy on our worst day in a dark alley fight scene, I wouldn't say, hey, you should go check out this film, because it's garbage, and I don't want to waste my worst enemy's 2 hours.
You got better things to be doing with your time than watching this movie. And I really do like some of the actors. They were very good actors. Zach Ward is an amazing actor. I have seen him in a lot of movies, and he's a good actor, but I just don't think this movie cut it for a lot of reasons. And one of my biggest reasons was, we're told something, and we're on our way, we're believing this, and then out of nowhere, we're just in a completely different movie. And I really do think that is due to, like a lot of people are very successful in, like the murder mystery, what happened in this house kind of films. And a lot of people are very successful in the, psycho neighbor cult movies. And I do think that he just combined two different topics into one movie and really was disappointed.
Yeah, it almost felt like they got halfway through filming the movie and thought, let's just try something else.
Right.
We're not scared by this or enjoying it, so let's just flip a switch and go somewhere else but worse.
Right. And I think if, I don't know, there could have been a little bit better directing in it, if there had been something that led us to believe that the neighbors were psycho, crazy cult people, and not just that one scene in the movie where maybe they buried somebody.
Maybe.
We don't know. I mean, they're by the Eiffel Tower, and then she's dead.
Yeah, it was a weird scene too. Again, so overall, this movie's garbage and
poop.
It's poop. We had a fun review of Restoration. That's been the best part, is being able to get out our frustrations. And we appreciate you listening and watching. And click subscribe. We will tell you if there's poop. We'll tell you. That's one thing we know is poop. And so subscribe, follow, like, share, comment. Again, I'm not going to put a link to watch or purchase this film down below, so you can skip that part, but please hit the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go check this movie out and really see if my review summed it up, you can be my guest, but don't come crying to me when you waste 2 hours of your life.
True that. So, as always, I'm Exorcist.
And I'm Boo.
And until next time,
sleep tight.